Uh, Before I get into my demo, I missed shout outs, and I just wanted to like send a quick
Connor, I
shout out.
think your audio might
Your
be a
sound is
little.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Try unplugging and just go on speaker or something.
um, is that any better?
Way better. Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't hear you guys. So, hello? Oh, I
A
can hear you. I couldn't hear you because you're muted. Before I jump into my demo, I've actually got a few kind of quality of life things and a bigger thing to share, but I just wanted to shout out because I missed it during our shout out section. A few of my peers who I've been having the pleasure to work with a lot recently. And I think this is just general across the org, but specifically wanted to share like we've been dealing with a few kind of thorny issues at the intersection of schema refresh and DBT virtualization. And this week, Buck and I jumped on a call and like talked through like what could this thing be, and it was like just it's like a one-line thing that was breaking the world for someone. And it was just super fun to solve that with Buck. So thanks, Buck. Always a pleasure. Kathy has been just really diligently like tracking down performance issues that have just been long-standing in the history page. And she came up with a really clever solution that should cut down almost 50% of the time to do a history diff. She did some other stuff that we think is going to really help serializing YAML in the back end. And then she also identified like something silly we were doing with a database lookup, a join that was descending into some JSON-B and just costing a lot of time. So hopefully history introspection or looking at model history should be a lot snappier. And I think there's still more optimization happening there. So it's been really fun to work with Kathy and watch her nail that. And then one other kind of thing that I picked up a couple weeks ago. Normally I don't work so much in front end sort of stuff, but I did some time zone override stuff, and it was not in Sarah. It was not in my planned work either, but it definitely wasn't in Sarah's planned work to kind of help out with the design on all of that. And she, took the time to make it not look bad, and basically just handed me, made a PR against my PR to make it so that it was worthy of shipping. So it's just been really fun to be doing a little bit more collaborative work. So thanks everyone there. With that, I will jump into a demo. And we always get this nonsense. Okay, so first thing, when we're doing schema refreshes, and we've always made this kind of opaque, but we have two style of schema refresh. One is called a hard refresh and one's called a soft refresh. When you do a hard refresh, it's destructive. It just completely regenerates the whole schema model and will remove deleted things that have been dropped from the database. Or you can do a soft refresh, in which case we merged the net new stuff into the existing schema model, but we leave the old dimensions and views that may have been deleted from the database. And then you get all these warnings that are like, hey, this column doesn't exist. Pick your poison. But some people would prefer not to get those particular warnings, and they want a hard refresh. But up until now, for both scheduled and API-based schema refreshes, we only supported soft refresh. Now you can actually select whether you want your schema refresh that you've scheduled to be hard, or if you're doing schema refresh via the API, you can also pass a parameter to specify that it should be a hard refresh so that we actually remove the dimensions or the views that have been dropped from your database. So that's one. Next thing is, so here I am in a schema model. It's always been a pain to like navigate between different model layers. This week we added a little drop down that I can go from the schema model to any of the shared models that use that schema model that are in that connection. So here I'm going to navigate to my localize me model, and this model actually has some shared extensions. This has also been a pain that children, child models menu item is also there, so I can again navigate from the shared model down to any of its shared extensions. And if I want to get back to the parent, I've got that in the footer. So little quality of life thing that has really bothered me for a long time. And Jade, thanks for filing the ticket. I was like, yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. That's been annoying for so long. So we've got that. Okay, next one. I don't think I need that. Yes, okay. I'm gonna refresh this. Come on. Okay, so I've got I'm going to go into, we'll just go into a new branch, and whatever. So I'm in a branch, I've got this, this piece of content over here that's based on the topic orders. I've actually added, I'll show another thing. It used to be kind of confusing. We track deleted topics in like an internal invisible property, and the way that you would ignore delete a topic is to delete its YAML and then save that. Now you can actually interact with you can use YAML. You can use YAML as an interface to ignore topics. And in addition to that, we'll actually show that the topic is ignored. We'll actually show the list. Previously, you wouldn't actually see, even in staged mode, that the topic was ignored. And it's like, wait a second, where the hell did my topic go? So just a nice little like, hey, there's a YAML interface to ignoring, unignoring topics. So what was I trying to show here? Oh, yes. So content validator, if we're lucky, and my local hasn't died. Oh, okay, cool. So I'm in the content validator. I just broke this piece of content by deleting that topic. I have another topic. We'll just show you that I've got this other topic, which is not deleted. I'm in stage. Let me go back to combine so that we can actually see it. I've got this other topic called other ord, and its base view is orders. So that topic would also work for this piece of broken content. I've given it this label demo, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do a replace from the topic orders, which is now deleted, but I can now reference the topic that I want to replace it with the topic's label, which is what shows up in the UI all over the place. And that will resolve to, if we're lucky, the other ord topic. So just a little quality of life, if we're lucky. Well, you have to believe me because it seems like my local is having a hard time, or I did something silly. All these things are in production so far. Okay, let's do, I've got one more. Just gonna get rid of these guys. Okay. So